Good to go? Mother, are we on? Super. Welcome, everyone. So, once again, hearty welcome to see all of you and then showcase about how her second innings is creating multiple possibilities with partners like GHCI. And today we are going to talk about the GHCI partnership program where we are creating a possibilities for women to thrive and then grow in the corporate career and the entrepreneurship ecosystem by nurturing their wellness together. So, to celebrate our partnership that changed possibilities for women, today we have a great two of the industry leaders. Shreya Krishnan and GHCI MD, where she is just going to talk about the program. Along with me, I do have my dear friend and the founder of Her Money Talks, and she creates a financial platform across India for women to just create, invest, empower themselves financially. So not only the financial literacy, she bring it onto the table. She also empowers the women through entrepreneurship. So we co-created together a platform called Heroines to believe this is the power of women coming together where we can just not only the corporate, her second innings brings the corporate and Nisri brings the financial literacy and the entrepreneurship. We felt bringing this together in one platform. So we co-created a platform called Heroines. Holistically, this creates a platform for career, finance, entrepreneurship, and we have also added the wellness, which was a missing piece element together. So this is a platform where women can come and then learn and figure it out what's their next journey with the help of the industry advisors. So with that, proudly we are going to just talk to Shreya. Last year we just first time participated as a partner. It was a mind blowing session. The kind of people I saw in one place for 2 days was enormous. But having said that, that can be even more amplified because they are truly collaborating with every organization. They don't even differentiate anybody. As long as you create an impact, you wanted to be a mission for this change, join us. That's a one liner she gives us for everybody. And so we have taken this to a heart by seeing them last year. And I go to every community member and the corporate saying that this is the place you to be in. So with that, we felt first I should bring Shreya to talk about what is that she is doing that magic element in this year. And we are going to unravel together for you about the program, what is going to be giving you the benefits in each of the segment. And at the end of it, we hope everybody who is listening not going to miss it out. So with that, let me welcome Shreya for the session. Shreya, thank you so much for being with us. And I know the amazing work you are just doing, but I'm going to take a step back because people knows tech people mostly know about Anita B and the GHCA, but rest of the people still they would be asking, "What are you talking?" So I'm going to start from the beginning to just tell us about that Anita B journey, how decades together she is creating the impact in the society, and how GHCA has transformed that to a next level. It doesn't stay with the women in tech. It just moved in a different dimension. Tell us more, both the two pointers to us, Shreya.
So, hi, thank you so much for having me here. Hi, Nasari. Lovely to be collaborating with her second innings all over again. Women's journeys are so powerful and impactful when you start investing in them. I'm sure Nasari agrees that women often forget to invest in themselves. They pour their time, effort, money, energy into so many people, but very often who gets lost or forgotten is themselves in the journey, right? So, Anita B is a platform that started in 1987, right? Anita Borg was the name of our founder. She realized that there were very few women in technology. She said there needs to be a space. So seven of them, her and her peers and friends got together and created what was called Sisters back in the day, SYSTERS, right? Systems and Sisters. So they created that. And then eventually when Yahoo came on, it became a Yahoo group. And that's how it was started initially. This year, the Grace Hopper celebration in the US finishes 25 years because that's what they created. They said we need a space for women in technology, women impacted by technology, whether they are founders, entrepreneurs, leaders, they need to come together and find a way to learn, network, grow. along with allyship, along with the men in the fraternity. And that's how it started. In India, this is the 13th edition that's going to happen. In India, we've been around from 2003. Our belief is in advancing the careers of people that are involved in technology. We create a platform and a space for learning together, growing together, being inclusive, learning to belong. We work with organizations and corporates. We work with partners much like yourself. And like you said, in a movement, there is no competition, there's only collaboration. So anybody who works as part of this movement is a part of Gracehopper, is a part of the larger community, and we believe in joining hands to make this happen. We also are, working with academia and students because we believe that when you catch them and young and give them the mindset of growth and you equip them with the tools that's required, they perform better, they stay longer in the career journeys. We also look at our pathways ecosystem partners that we work with very, very closely. And then there is our community of 12,000 plus women and growing, and the extended communities. So all of our collaborative partners come together. And Gracehopper is a place where we celebrate what Anita does over the year. We have returnship programs, apprenticeship pathway programs, annual corporate programs. We're looking at starting a National Student Council, working with FAN IIT and the IIT network next year. So there's a whole bunch of that happening. We work on research. We partner with UNESCO for Women for Ethical AI. I sit on the Policy Advocacy Board to look at really the gendered lens in AI and ethics in AI. So there is a whole bunch of things that we have our fingers in many pies in. And that is because there are so many points or intersections of avenues for women to really get together, learn, grow, and bring those allies in and bring those stories in. So we work in the intersections of impact and movement. And that's why we're very, very excited for this year as well. This year is an interesting year. We have government collaborations that are kicking off for this year. It's the second year after the COVID hiatus. Last year, there were 7,500 people. This year, we're already, close to, I think, 3,500 people have signed on. Our speakers are coming on board, 300 speakers, 10 stages. It's massive, right? And the only way to explore it is by investing. And Nisari, I'm sure you'll recognize. I'm sorry, can you hear me? Am I still on? Yes. So Nisari, I'm sure you'll recognize that when women invest in themselves, they don't even think of the ROI, right? For me, it's like if it's 10% of your 1 month salary, right? Which is if it's 15 or 18,000 or 20,000, whatever that is that you're going to buy the ticket at. Imagine the avenues it will open up. Imagine the networks it will open up. Imagine the learning you will have in a container that's supposed to celebrate you. So my wish and my welcome is to invite all of these women who are in technology, impacted by technology, entrepreneurs, founders, students, community members, to come, to join hands, to find jobs. Majula and I were speaking, we're planning to have a job fair, bringing in a lot of the open positions that are still available and people are looking out for. There's an entire track on AI. There's a track on data. There's a track on leadership that is emerging to executive for people with 10, 12 plus years of experience to really scale up their careers. There's an entrepreneurship track. There's a tech for social good and ethics track. There's a media and communications track. So it's very, very diverse in terms of learning. And I think that's what I'm excited for. And it's happening December 2nd to 4th at KTPO in Whitefield, in the heart of the tech world of the country. And of course, we have a whole bunch of partners and sponsors who've already come on board and are continuing to come on board. So the experience involves a lot of learning. It involves a lot of fun experiences. Last year, we had Usha Uthup and Rani Kohinoor perform. This year, we have lots of secret performances and celebrities coming as well. We will be announcing those. So there's a lot that goes into bringing this together. But I think, Manjula, like you said, the energy of that space when you have so many people just absorbing, learning, taking it on, it's so transformative. It's like, it's something you have to experience. So yeah, that's about last year and this year.
Absolutely, I resonate with that. Someone has to experience that space, right? Whatever we talk about it, that's the where you can just figure it out next time. Nobody will miss it once they just come. It is like once you've been part of that ecosystem, it continues their energy beyond that. And thank you so much for creating that vibe, that energy that puts everyone to be on the space to make sure we are holding and walking together. Thank you. All right, thank you. And Nisri, we realized this and we just started this as a transformation for both of us joining hands together to test the water. And I when Shreya was talking about 87, where Anita and seven of them just joined as a sisters and then started like that. And I think we are also around probably around 7 years. We are just of 7+ years. We know each other and we are trying to test the water again. And we had a bold wish to just make it okay. Let's just try it out, create the heroines as a platform. So, wish one day we are also going to talk about it. Yes, we did this and we are just looking at that. But having said that, you do enormous work on this ecosystem, both on the B2B side, B2C side, right? Tell us about it. What is the ecosystem need of it to collaborate so that we will go back and then look into that with your approach, how the GHCA are just showcasing that story to others. Tell us about it, Nisri.
Good morning, everyone. Manjula, as always, excited to be part of any discussion with you, whether it is brainstorming or talking anything under the sun. And Shreya, happy to be part of this. I could sense the energy and the passion while you were talking about GHCI. Even though I haven't attended it last year, I could sense it. It's like it was creating that curiosity to join and be part of it. Now, coming to a couple of things which we also used to talk to women a lot is that one is definitely investing in yourself. In the world of investments, to all our investors as well as to women, we used to tell this because investors always tend to have instant gratification. So me and Manjula have conducted multiple programs for women separately and jointly when sometimes no women join some platforms or a session or whether a workshop or anything, many of us look for instant gratification. What am I getting out of it? If I register for a paid program, what am I getting out of it? What are the takeaways? But sometimes you don't realize investment is something which you need patience. You have to wait till you get the outcome out of it. So patience is the key, which I would like to tell every woman out there, whether it is GHCI, Heroines, Harmony Talks, or Her Second Innings. When you join a platform when women coming together, a network can do wonders, but you need to understand sometimes you don't see the result very quickly. You have to be patient, but over a period of time, magic can happen. And second, what I felt everywhere is the best thing about women is that women support women and we come together and many great things will happen. GHCA is a perfect example. And me and Manjula also, like we are collaborating, not competing. It's all about competition rather than cooperation, I would say. Because we both are in the world of women running two parallel tracks, one on career and me on entrepreneurship and finance. When all these elements come together, that means true empowerment. So it's all about collaborating. And what I really like about GHCI is the concept which we were actually thinking of collaborating and bringing things together to create that ecosystem to support women. So, collaboration, investing in yourself, and being patient, these three things I feel are key for women when they look whether for personal development or grow further in their career. And it's amazing to have these kind of opportunities in our own place in Bangalore. I would say that you should do it in other cities as well, so that more and more women should come forward, realize the power of being part of ecosystem. In fact, at Harmony Talks, we also started this community. Like we have both B2B and B2C model. In the B2B, we tie up with various corporates, we collaborate with other communities and co-create programs and add value to them because finance is the backbone of whatever you do. coming to the B2C part, we do understand the importance of being in a community, being in a sisterhood. So we run women-led communities in 10 cities. Now we rebranded and called it Heroines because we see every woman is a heroine in their life. We have to create that success story in our life, whether it is in your personal journey or is in your career. So everything says that it is very important to be part of an ecosystem, and lovely to know more about what GHCI is doing and to share our experience in this community journey past few years.
Awesome. Thanks, Nisari, for just talking about how the ecosystem brings that. And I'm just going to showcase during the session through Shreya what is the magic element she is bringing through GHCA for a various. Shreya, let's just do the little segmentation here. So I
Yes.
know as a community, we tap into our different segments. We handle freshers here. We handle our corporate women. And this year or even last year, you just started with entrepreneurship as well. And
Yeah.
restarters as well. So if you have any other additional segment, please add that too. But I would like to understand for each of the segment, what is that is going to be a takeaway. I know it is an instant gratification is what everybody is looking for, and I do know some is always available in GHCI too. But tell us about it. What is that for each of the segment? What they can expect is the first one. Followed by that, I also would be asking. Maybe you can just put it in your back of your mind. You're going to come back and say, for each of the segment, can you give me a one success story to talk about it? Whatever it's all yours. Please
Absolutely.
go.
So I think one of the most important things for women in their careers is opportunity, right? Showing up to different opportunities. And GHCI is like a container of so many opportunities. You will meet people who have gotten jobs through GHCI. You'll meet people who've gotten the ability to apply and become a speaker and find a platform and really share, right? So there is ability for networking. You will meet mentors. There are so many people who've met mentors and sponsors. There are so many people who've connected with people who've given them jobs. It's not just going to a booth and getting a job, but it's about striking up a conversation with somebody who's sitting next to you. It's about, finding a space to learn something from a speaker. It's about waiting in the book nook and getting an author to sign a copy of the book that they've written and hearing their stories. It's about being at the unconference and listening to a trans woman share her personal journey of what it was like for her to come into the workforce. So when we think of brass tacks, we should also think of nourishing our mind and our soul, right? So when you think about, okay, I'm investing 20,000 rupees here for 3 days, don't think of it as what is my ROI on that 20,000, because that is tangible and intangible ROI. The intangible ROI is the celebration of the spirit of who you are as a person working in technology, impacting the world of technology, and finding a place for you to celebrate it, right? And of course, there's intensive amounts of learning, right? Because as I shared, each one of these tracks is diving deep into concepts of technology, into concepts of skills that you need for leadership. So for students, it's a great place because you get to choose on many, many tracks as to what you want to listen to. Your choices are so many. You're going to hear from technology people who are leading the front of tech in the industry, especially across Asia. There's going to be international speakers speaking about their experiences. There's going to be very local, real, raw Indian grassroots communities coming and sharing their journeys. So you're going to hear from all kinds of people. What does that do? It opens up your worldview. It gives you a wider angle and access to information, content, learning, all of that, right? So that's the first step. So for students, it's great because you have a mixed bag of all of this. For corporates, it's fantastic because again, there's of course the learn, grow, network piece. But as a corporate, what is it that you're doing in your work right now? Where can you apply these learnings and take it back into your job? How can you leverage this as a way to find avenues of growth to get you that next promotion? How can you pay it forward to other colleagues within the community to take back what you have learned and share with them, right? Just so much. For leaders looking to transition from mid-career to senior career, there's just insane amounts of mental health related learning, somatic psychotherapy related, imposter syndrome related, networking related, especially with women and allies in the same room. Sharing these stories becomes that much more powerful. So corporates, of course, have the learning piece, but they also have the take it back to your workplace piece. For entrepreneurs, the entire entrepreneurship track is committed to this. And it's also a showcase for you to come and showcase what you're working on, whether it's clean tech, cutting edge tech, deep tech, whether it's even entrepreneurs who are sort of building grassroots communities. We have an entrepreneurial Mela, which is happening right next to KTPO on the same dates in collaboration with Aspire for Her. And that's going to be actually women who run small businesses that are coming to showcase their products, right? So it's an entire range of these things that's coming together for entrepreneurs. So that's another investment that you're making. For academia, it's a great place to showcase the work that you're doing. It's a great place to find partners and collaborators in, potential people that could come and teach at your university, collaborate with you, finding recruiters that you could collaborate with on the organization side. Right? For organizations, it's a great place to look at as an employer brand, right? How do I send my women to explore this? How do I attract new talent? How do I push my women as an incentive to go learn from a space like this? Can I send cohorts of women to go do this? Right? For the virtual attendees, it's just sheer volumes of content that they can learn from. So, and this time, everybody who comes to the conference is going to get a premium AnitaB.org membership. That means access to all of the years of content libraries. That means access to all of mentorship and coaching and everything. And globally, we have 135,000 people on the platform, right? Including global leaders in technology. So that's the access that it will unlock for you. So that investment involves a lot of things. And it's a year-long membership into this learning journey that it is. So when I think about it, I think it's the place for women who want to really impact their careers to make that investment in themselves and just come and immerse themselves. And this time it's 3 days. So the first day is the inaugural, where we have the inaugural plenary. We have, like I said, government partnerships. You'll be hearing from government leaders in tech. You'll be hearing from the entire collaboration of what that looks like from a Karnataka state perspective. There is a lot of interest from Telangana. So we have multiple things that are going on with T-Hub and all of these conversations. And we're very, very excited to see what it all comes together as. About a month and a few days to go, but we're very, very thrilled to be putting this together.
Awesome. Yeah. So the excitement continues to grow. And thanks for just keeping the momentum up and running all the time. Whenever you come, oh, is it so? Is it so? So that's the momentum you are creating. But as you said that if somebody is going to get that premium membership for all along the content, that itself is a beauty for them to just hold on to that, because it's been co-created and then invested and then built for all of us, and it's coming in one place to access it. That itself is a big boon for all of us to use it. Thank you for doing it. And moving to Nisari, we are also building the ecosystem, and you are a very active and entrepreneur. Really happy to know that there is an entrepreneurial session for Aspire for Her. Madhura is coming and just doing about.
Yes.
That's again one more showcase to say that community is no longer is shying away from to keep themselves, and they're coming together to appreciate and work together. So Nisri, tell us about it with the B2B, where you are just connecting with your corporate or other organization, even the institutes and bodies. How do we build this kind of excitement to just take a better benefit? Because if all of them come together forum like this, it's one place, we are done. We don't need, all we need is probably in a year 2-3 sessions like that. So it is, because last year Shreya is giving 7,500 people have just come together with a specific segment, and I'm sure this year the number is going to be even more higher, for a simple reason: it is in Whitefield. We don't need to go to that far like last time. It is a international exhibition conference where it was little outskirt. So that's going to be the story behind that. Give us a little insight. How do we curate or connect with the B2B side of it to create more impact, to get excitement more from their end?
One thing, Manjula, I would like to say is that we all need to realize that every master need a mentor, because generally everybody have a perception that mentorship is for students, and we entrepreneurs as a breed, we always apply for mentorship, or we always like to network because we think we get business out of it. But we need to change that perception. everybody, irrespective of whatever stage you are in your career, have to realize that you need to be accountable to somebody to answer, or somebody to question you, or in a friendly way to ask you or to push you, to nudge you to reach your goals. Because we all have goals in our life, like whether it is impact driven, like we reach out to 10 lakh women, or it is a number driven, like I need to become next unicorn, or whatever, even if it is crazy goals. I would say if we are just talking to ourselves, we will not reach there. Take women in career. They may be having that perception, I want to reach the managerial level, next level, I want to earn this much. But if you are just talking to yourself, you will not reach there. You need somebody, it can be friends, but a mentor to push you. This realization, I feel everybody should have. So when I go to entrepreneur, or whenever we conduct entrepreneur related programs, a lot of people turn up because they realize there we don't feel that pressure of bringing people together, because naturally they come, but always have been seen the networking platforms where people just come with visiting cards and in a spree of emptying their visiting cards. But instead of that, having a very inspiring and supporting network around you, not just for business. Sometimes, in my experience, I would say that I know people whom I've been working together since last 10 years, 15 years. Me and Manjula is one example that we know each other at least last 10 years, no, Manjula? But we never pitched business. That's the beauty of it. We have been talking, we'll have coffee, we'll meetups, everything. But maybe it's just being sharing what we are doing that gives us the inspiration sometimes. When I see sometimes Manjula is doing something, that motivates me. Hey, I should also be doing, or I should collaborate with her in doing. But we never pitched. I never tried to pitch my business to her, and neither she did that. So that beauty of, again, I'm going back to the return of investment. It's not about what you get instantly by giving a visiting card. We all need to realize that it is, we need to be part of it. And I'll share two different examples. One, the corporate. We at Harmony Talks, and I'm also part of various other platforms which is offering mentorship with very senior women in the platform. But when we go to the corporate, we see that working women are like 10 to 5, they have crazy work and they think back home, I have kids to take care, I have family to take care. They don't realize the need of going for a networking event or turning up for a mentorship program. In our platform, we have floated a mentorship program. Many times we saw that the corporate or the HR is nominating people to attend the program, and but sometimes they are not realizing what they should ask and how they should gain out of it. Then we have to tell them, like, see, this is the way you should make use of the mentor. The very experienced mentor is rightly available for you. This is how you should make use of it. So that realization, I think maybe through programs like this, that realization should come, and I'm sure it will come more and more. And entrepreneurs also should realize that rather than going to random networking event, stay choosy, at the same time stay invested so you get the value out of it. I think if we talk about it this more often, a lot of changes can be brought in. And I would say an annual event, a celebration is really great, but we should have a lot of stories, like every month, maybe like our monthly meetups or something. That constant nudge is required. Then only we prepare, okay, I will attend this. And see, it's like setting a routine to, you start something, to stay invested in that, you need some bits of nudges. Maybe I think platforms like our heroines, or we should talk more stories about success. And that helps more and more women to come forward to platforms like this in a collaborative way. That's what I believe. You're muted, Manjula.
Thank you. Thank you, Nisari, for just sharing the insight. And to come to the final conclusion of this ecosystem building, what you are doing, such an amazing work, and give us a opportunity for us to know about it for a corporate. When they're, again, I'm just going back to the corporate because I'm hoping the series also get a more corporate excitement for us to be part of the ecosystem. So for a corporate, what is that their you just said that it's a brand building and sending the women employees to the session or etc. Beyond that, give us a transformation journey, what corporate have seen it, because it's the 13 editions is happening. It's the 13th edition we are talking about. Tell me a successful corporate corporate who just feels that this is like a one another their organization only. They can't just live without that. Give me that kind of
So
insight.
I think it's very important for organizations to look at how are they spending their L&D budgets. And I keep saying this to them, right? You have an L&D budget, you have a celebratory budget where you want to reward your employees, where you have a external learning budget. You have an employer branding budget, right? So you have all of these combinations of things between marketing and people related spends that you're looking at. For an organization, if you're looking to invest in something that gives you a really huge outcome, not just eyeballs, right? That goes deeper than eyeballs. Every woman who comes there goes back having experienced something powerful, right? So it's also about investing in their longer journeys. Imagine if you were to reward your employees with an experience to Grace Hopper. It becomes a year-on-year thing that you can build on, aspire for, get people internally to get excited to say, hey, this year we have 100 and I'm going to, do really well because this is a performance incentive that I get going to Grace Hopper, right? I get sponsored to go. So I think for corporates, it's about really leveraging one, of course, content and showcasing what you do and showcasing your technology and showcasing what a great place to work you are. But it's also a great way to invest in the women you already have within your ecosystem right now, right? Get them to connect with people. Hiring becomes referral based when you meet large numbers of people. No other conference has more than a 20% women representation, right? So how do you find hiring the right kind of talent and access to the right kind of talent? It's a great place to access talent, to build a pipeline of talent for the next year. And I keep telling corporates, don't look at instant gratification. Same thing Nisri said for individuals, right? Look at one Grace Hopper to the next. Set goals through. We work with organizations like Lloyd's, Warner Brothers, to start off the year and do quarterly interventions within the organization that are smaller and intimate. And this city, to speak to your smaller cities, we've done 7 roadshows this year across 7 cities in India. Small audiences, 100, 150 people, conversations around AI, the geopolitical landscape, fireside chats with different organizations. Every one of the cities, we had a corporate partner, right? They hosted us. It's so beautiful because when you're coming together to grow together, again, it's not about competition. It's about how can we make this movement bigger. There is no dearth of data to show that having more representation of women at the design table gives you better market outcomes, better productivity, better profitability. And there is no dearth of data to show that it also directly impacts the GDP, grows, the entire landscape, including infrastructure, and everything improves when you have more women representation in the workforce, along with bringing your allies into the conversation. A lot of struggles in organizations today with respect to learning is because a lot of these conversations are happening in silos. The Grace Hopper platform is an open space to bring it all together under one roof, right? Call the allies and then say, sit, listen. Learning has no gender, right? Learning is collective, it's collaborative. So let's come together as organizations, whether we're corporates or individuals in corporates, to really open this space up and make it their own. Grace Hopper is not me, is not Anita B, is not Grace Hopper. Grace Hopper is because of the people that come there. Grace Hopper is because of the organizations that invest. Grace Hopper is because of our partners like you all that come and evangelize it and make it your own, right? This belongs to the people of STEM. And that's the only way I can put it. And to use it and leverage it in so many different ways is a blessing in itself.
Yeah. So thank you so much. You are a powerhouse, man. So we are able to get everything in a one shot to talk about. Yes, this is what we are just getting. But amazing to hear about it. So it is about investing not just for this GHCA. Come to the next GHCA and see that conversation and the transformation, both how it has changed the narrative. And honestly, the women we are giving it not for one time. It's a lifelong support what they are going to get it. Beautiful. And really, I am excited in person to be part of this. And thank you so much for believing in her second innings also to be part of it, to bring it together. And I'm sure Nisri and me are going to come as a heroines to create even more a bigger impact based on our strength. It can't be like a GHCA, but still we will add our own values to just create it in the ecosystem to be part of that. Wishing you a very, very, very great success for GHCI. And once again, thank you so much. As we reflect this conversation, the one truth shines is no single program can empower women at scale, but ecosystem can. And that is GHCI, right? So GHCI continue to be the lighthouse for women in technology and other category of women as the ecosystem it powers and shows that what is the inclusion in real meaning for the world. Whether it is a corporate or a government or society, we are able to see that, as you rightly said, the energy in the room is at the different level. You walk anywhere, you see that smile and the vibe and that positivity, which is really a great strength for each of us. And people are longing for, oh, next year also I should get that part of it. So thank you so much for bringing that. And Nisari, thank you so much for believing in our relationship, friendship, and beyond that, we are also creating another platform to bring it together. Thanks for just doing it, and hoping to just bring all of this together to create a great success at GHCA. Thanks for being a part of it. Thank you very much to both of you. Have a good day.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
Manjula.
much.
Nursery.
Yeah,
Thank
look
you. It was
forward to it.
lovely. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Bye bye. Have a
Bye
good day.
bye.
Bye. Good